Welcome to Frankie's Family Homestead. On today's episode, we're going to be doing a review on the Garvee 6-compartment nesting box and talking about why having the right ratio of nesting boxes to the amount of chickens that you have in your chicken coop is really important to the health of your flock. So maybe you're a first-year chicken owner, or maybe you're a third-year chicken owner, and you're looking for that ratio. Well, that ratio is about every 4 to 5 chickens, you should have 1 nesting box available for them. So if you have 15 chickens, you should have 3 nesting boxes. And that's pretty much the standard across the board when you are starting off as a new chicken hobbyist or chicken owner. When you're building your chicken coop, that's what we put in. We put 3 nesting boxes in, that's the standard. But if you're like us and you started with 15 chickens and now you have 55 chickens, you need more nesting boxes to accommodate for all the hens that you want to lay eggs. And they're going to start laying eggs once those temperatures start to get warmer, where you might be getting an egg per hen each day, where in the winter you might not get as many because they slow down because they have to conserve energy to stay warm. So you have a few options, and those options are, if you have the time and resources, you can just build additional nesting boxes. Or if you're like me and you're a parent, a young parent, and you don't have the time, you look at other options such as purchasing additional nesting boxes, like the one we're gonna go over, the Garvee 6-compartment nesting box. And we're gonna go from opening it up out of the box, building it, and then putting it in our chicken coop and seeing how well it performs with all of our hens that are laying eggs. Now, the reason the ratio is so important for your hens is what you find in the spring and summer. If you have 3 nesting boxes, one of those might be taken out for several weeks. If you have a hen that becomes broody, or in other terms, wants to be a mom, and they could sit in a nesting box for 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time until either A, they hatch their own chickens, or B, as a chicken owner, we break that cycle of them wanting to stay in that nesting box. And it can take some time, it's not instant. So you might only have 2 of the 3 nesting boxes available, which means all those hens are gonna be fighting for that space to lay the eggs when they want. And what you don't want, what's going on? What you don't want is a bunch of eggs all in one nesting box, which run the risk of them cracking if they peck at them, if they step on them. And now you've just wasted resources if you have a cracked egg. And feed is expensive, and you want to be able to either A, feed your family with those eggs, or sell it to make some type of profit back from all the feed that you spent caring for your chickens. So that's why it is important to have a good ratio of chickens. And we're going to go over that by showing you the 6-compartment nesting box by Garvee and why we chose to go with this option rather than just building additional nesting boxes. So stay tuned. All right, here it is, the Garvee 6-compartment nesting box. We're gonna go ahead and get this out of the box, get it built. Can't do it outside right now, of course it's snowing, but we'll get it built in here, and then we'll get it out to chicken coop and see how our chickens take to it. So let's go. All right, guys, here's the Garvee 6-compartment nesting box. It took about a half hour to put together, really simple. They give you the tools that you need to be able to put this together. And it's actually quality tools. It's a nice Phillips screwdriver and nice nut driver so that you can put the bolt and nut together. And it's angled at a 90 degree for some of the hard to reach areas, like these corner areas. Some of the nuts were pretty hard to get to with just finger touch to tighten them down. But this is really nice because there's other companies I've bought them from, and they give you like an Allen wrench, and it's absolutely worthless. You end up having to grab your own tools to be able to do this. So I didn't have to use any of mine. Was able to, the ones they provided, perfect. One thing to note, this is I think 24 gauge steel. It is really sharp. So I'm not one that wears gloves when I'm putting things together, especially when there's nuts and bolts involved. But definitely be careful because it will slice your hand if you're not careful with that. So just take caution with that. Or wear gloves, definitely would recommend that. But if you're someone like me that doesn't wear gloves, just note that it is really sharp. The coating is really nice. It's got a nice rust preventative coating all around so that if it sees some type of weather inside the coop or rain's blowing in, it's not going to rust on you right away. All the holes, everything lined up perfect. Didn't have to bend anything, any of the metal to make anything fit. It lined up really well. The only, and not even a tricky part, the nesting boxes themselves, the plastic pieces, the plastic's a little oversized, so when you are sliding them into each compartment, they don't initially just slide right in, and you almost feel like you got to slightly jam them in. Once they get going through the sliders, they pop right in, and then you hear a click noise, which lets you know that these are locked in place. And it's really nice. So the chickens will roost in here, and then the eggs will roll down, and you'll be able to grab them from here. So I'm excited to get this in the coop and test it out and see how that's all about. A cool feature on here is if you don't want this sitting on the ground, you definitely can hang that. And that's what I plan to do, is hang this in the chicken coop. Once springtime hits, get this hung up and allow it off the ground so there's no moisture or anything coming up. I don't want this to potentially rust if I can, obviously prevent it. So you can hang this, just throw a 2x4 in if you have the area in your coop. But that's a really cool feature, to hang this. But overall, yeah, the 6-compartment Garvee nesting box, piece of cake to put together. You don't need any special mechanical skills to be able to do it. They give you everything you need, and it'll take you about a half hour. So nice job on them. For maintenance and cleaning of this nesting box, it's really simple. All you have to do is pull the metal section right here up. There's a tab on each side of the black nesting box that you'll need to get through and over. And so you pull up on the metal, pull, be able to clean it. And when you're done, you just keep pulling up on this. Done. That's how you clean it. Came in today, have our first egg laid in the nesting box. I left pine shavings in here just because this is what they're accustomed to in our other nesting boxes. So just to make it feel like home, I left pine shavings in. So the eggs did not roll because of that. But regardless, it's a nice laid egg, nice and clean, not being bothered. And there's plenty of other boxes available. What's up, Crossbeak? Okay. I got a chicken on my back. But yeah, worked out well. So far, it seems like they like it. We appreciate you guys stopping by Frankie's Family and Homestead. Hopefully this video answered any questions that you might have had on the ratio of nesting boxes to the amount of chickens that you have for your chicken coop. This 6-compartment nesting box is going to be perfect for the 55 chickens that we have, and I imagine in the years to come we're going to have more chickens. But it's going to give a break to the other nesting boxes in the back that once we have some of these ladies become broody, they're going to be taking up spots in there, and the hens are going to need a spot to lay their eggs, and this is going to be perfect for them to lay their eggs in peace without being bothered by all the broody chickens. We'll have a direct link to the Garvee website for this nesting box in the description below, so you can check that out. And then also check out some of our other videos that we have that's chicken related and homestead related if you are into that type of hobby. If you like this video and you want to see more, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks, everyone.